What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. DC Comics, guys, Peacemaker. This is season 2, episodes 4 and 5. Need I say door? August lays siege to Peacemaker's home. I can't even read. In search of his quantum unfolding chamber, while Harcourt receives a tempting offer from Flag, episode 5, back to the Sutra. Red's ritual reveals Eagly's location while Flag confronts Peacemaker. As Peacemaker makes a life changing choice, Adebayo and Vigilante trying to unite the 11th Street Kids. Lamont, what did you think about these two episodes? Was it fire or was it ice? That didn't even make any
No,
sense.
man. It was fire. I mean, it just kept escalating and escalating. Again, I want to shout out you and One Take Big Dog who turned me on to this series. I had no love for Peacemaker, definitely not no damn John Cena acting, but I got to give it to him. They done a great job. And it was almost like episode 4 was kind of episode 5 was a continuation of 4 in a sense, in that the way things played out with us finding out about how the daddy was able to transcend dimensions. Because I always knew, I was like, ain't no way that redneck is that smart. And we learned that he wasn't. He found the alien that had a dimensional door. His kids learned how to use it and taught him how to use it. And then that lands us into episode 5, where Rick Flag Sr. decides to take that and he wants to get revenge for his son. And we saw a beatdown.
Yeah, yeah. And as y'all know, I agree, man. As y'all know, I have not been in love with this show so far. I liked the first episode, other than the orgy, and then we had Mr. McFlurry or the black guy, and him being crude and all his hey titties and all this stuff. Ginger Cool, kind of getting on my nerve, and I like the actor. But I said that episode 3 did get me emotionally when Chris was opening up with his brothers, with his sibling, with his father, even though his father was racist. And in our
Right.
world, in our reality, that's just very important to him. He hasn't seen his brother since he was a child, because he
Right.
died and killed him on accident. Now he's able to, have a relationship with him. So that's going to pull at anybody's heartstrings. And so, like you said, for the way this episode opened up, showing them as children, going through that abuse, just kind of shows where he came from and helps you attach yourself to his character that more. It humanizes him. And the
Right.
whole thing about the door is like, yeah, man, that is a big deal. Like folding dimensions, portals, like where did his father get this technology, get this information? And that was never addressed in the first season. And it didn't bother me. It's like it wasn't even necessary. But now we
Right.
kind of get a bonus, like, okay, that makes sense. They were just kind of out in the woods and stumbled upon this, and then they exploited it, took advantage of it. And I would too. Well, I don't know what I would do. I'd maybe flip a
Well,
coin.
they shot the alien, but yeah, I ain't care for that. Now, like, come on,
I didn't
man.
either. I didn't either.
Right.
That was y'all could have been best friends. He could have taught y'all to explore the galaxy and the universe.
And you got to think about it like this, be Avery. The alien that we seen early in the season that was going in there dumping trash, for all we know, who they shot could have been that alien's kid or something. And I'm sure James Gunn is going to wrap this up by the finale. The connection between that alien that's in the dimension and the alien that the parents and the boys shot.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody else that I like in this season bit more than I think I did the first season is Economos. Down
Mm,
ass dude, man. He is really out up to bat for Peacemaker and wants the best for him. He's quite funny. I like that he is standing up to the black guy. And let me get his name and just stop calling him the black guy. That's disrespectful. To Tim Meadows, Langston
right.
Fleury, the ladies' man, whip out everything you've got and do it in the butt. It's a Saturday Night Live joke, guys. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. But I like the fact that he is standing up to Langston and spitting in his
Hmm.
face and hey, don't call me gender cool, and I don't even know what that means.
Me
But
neither.
do you have any feelings for Economos or a favorite character or anything like that? Somebody standing out to you?
I think that I like Economos because these 2 episodes have finally shown that he's getting a little bit of backbone. His balls is dropping a little bit in the way that he has been trying to galvanize himself around Chris, and the way that his relationship, especially in episode 5, was building up with Harcourt, because it seemed like he was just a lackey, and really he's the biggest person on this involved in this whole thing. No one's bigger than him. Dude's bigger than everybody. And just because you're bigger doesn't necessarily mean you're the toughest or the baddest, but it should give you a little bit more confidence to not be as scary as he has been. And we kind of seen that he grew a little bit out of that and stepped up to the plate in these 2 episodes, especially in episode 5.
Yeah, him and his commentary with Judo Master too, kind of
Oh
had
my God.
chuckling here and there because, like, I have a love-hate relationship with Judo Master. I like him,
Me
but
too.
at the same time, it's just like, ah, I
Me
just
too.
want to break his back, and kind
B, what's up with him eating them damn hot flaming Cheetos, man? He should have gout
yeah.
or something. He should have some stomach issue. He always eating hot flaming Cheeto. What's up with this dude? That's
Uh,
probably why he got an attitude.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He does need a friend. He needs a hug. He needs a whole bunch of stuff, to be honest with you, because yeah,
Yeah,
he has
man.
a problem. But shout out to Economos.
Shout out to him.
I do like him. Adebayo as well. She frustrated the hell out of me when Chris was running to the car, like go, go, go. And she's like, "Hey, Chris, what's going on? Like, go, go. Will you drive the car? What do you mean? What's going on, woman? We are like, come on. You gotta get it
Yes.
together. You're killing me right now. So I didn't like that. But
Me neither.
Chris explained to her we have to go to our other location because
Mhm.
we have to change the location of the dimension bending door. And she's like, what the hell? And he gives her the breakdown. I love the process that it took to move the door from
Mhm.
point A to point B. I'm so glad that it was not just a simple
Love
task
it.
to where you can just move it just like this or just have to hit one button and the deal is done. This is a dimensional rift, a portal to another dimension, another world, another
Mhm.
universe. This is a big deal. It shouldn't just be as easy as switching a light switch. So for him to have to get out of the controls exactly right, get the settings to the exact point and decimal mark, have it placed in the door accurately, and then
Mhm.
showing all the effects and the electricity and all the radiation and gamma or whatever the stuff it was, and then it's a big like explosion, but then it sucks into the door as well. Like I like that, man. That was a really cool sequence right there. Economos are holding it down over there trying to stall, talking about, hey, there's a cat in the tree. Are we gonna get in the cat in the tree? I love that. That was actually one of my favorite parts aspects of the episode, man. What did you think there?
Loved it. I love the way that they had. I, I like the way that they have the dimensional portal, so to speak. I mean, you got it looking like a half of a hat that it opens, and you've got to take it and put it within a door for it to open. I love that concept, and I like that the team was starting to get their footing together to understand what was going on, and everybody gets that Rick Flag has more nefarious purposes up his sleeve. And for 1 minute, I never believed that Harcourt was going to do anything to help Rick Flag Sr. Even though his boy loved her, I get all that. But I kind of knew in my heart that she was down for Chris, even though she's been fighting it because she wants her job.
Mhm.
But I can't wait to see how they're able to use this portal as a team, and where they're going to open the portal is important to me. I want to know where they're going to go to open the new portal to try to go get Chris back.
Yeah, yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But you spoke about Flag,
Hmm.
and because he does pop up at the crib. She expresses herself because Amanda Waller blackballed her, blacklisted her. She can't get hired at no government agencies. Not the CIA, not the FBI, not the YMCA, Secret Service.
She can't
Nowhere.
even get a job at Foot Locker.
Man, it sucks for her. And she has a point, she's
Yeah.
like, hey, it ain't my fault that Adebayo and Waller had a fallout. That's some mother-daughter drama. I
Exactly.
advise against this. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saved the earth from a butterfly alien invasion, man. I'm just
Hmm.
trying to get my utilities to stay on. I'm not asking for a private jet. what's going on? So that sucks for her, man. But at the end of episode 4, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think she's going to betray Chris, but I did have
Mhm.
my questions. But we do have Captain Eagle Man over here, Captain Birdman over here. He's doing his bird ritual, trying to also, again, shout out to Economos, because when he was about to blast Eagly out the sky, he did bum rush him and knock him in the head and knock
Mhm.
him out, man. But what is Mr. Eagles man's name again? I looked it up at the very beginning of before we hit.
It's red something,
Yeah,
red eagle,
Red.
red
Wow.
dawn.
Yeah, Red.
Okay.
What do you think of his eagle powers and him with the eagle's eye, and able to float over the forest and locate the eagles with the spirit energy and all that stuff?
Uh, Stupid, bruh. Like just I love the guy who's playing the character.
Yeah,
That's one of James Gunn homeboys. I love
yeah,
the guy who's playing the character, but they could have done without him. Like Eagly didn't really need an adversary because Eagly kind of is. They could have had Eagly doing other things. They didn't need to bring someone from the Native American tribe to fight Eagly, and for us to understand, Eagly has these kind of ordained powers as the eagle. We know Eagly is that eagle, but some of it is comic relief. Him eating Eagly's poop and tasting all the food in Eagly's poop. I mean, it's a little bit of comic relief, but we didn't really need him, in my opinion.
I got you, man. I got you. I got you. The episode starts off at episode 5. They're
Mhm.
in the park, with some horrible reconnaissance, horrible hiding spots. I mean, it is obvious as the sun coming up the next day, where I'm gonna call him Johnny Rockets. It's not his name. I can't get no can't get nobody's name right. What is the little green dude's name again, man? What is I don't
Judo
know where that
master,
came
man.
from. Judo Master. Judo Master's
He-
on the roof, man. Yeah, with the sniper rifle, the 50 cal.
yeah.
Like, bro,
Uh-huh.
he is you got a window up under nothing. But
Oh god.
Chris Peacemaker is running through like a ninja, man, hiding behind
Yeah.
everybody, hiding behind the kids and the soccer ball, and they trying to take him out, man. They're trying to take him out. But shout out to Harcourt, 'cause I wasn't sure she's not gonna rat him out. That's her
No.
baby. She
Yeah.
want her some Chris Peen. I know flag Peen. What you think about that intro to episode 5?
I loved it, man. Like to see all them trying to get this set up in the park and to have the very beautiful, succulent, shout out to James Gunn, Harcourt sitting there on that stay on that bench by herself as a
Mhm.
distraction, some to speak, and Chris zigzagging because he know what's up. The only thing about Chris, you know what? The most distracting thing about Chris is them damn clothes he's wearing. Okay, you wearing all this stuff that
Yeah.
look like you should be in a Vanilla Ice video, and then you got the nerve to have cowboy boots on with that kind of outfit. I enjoyed him zigzagging, jumping over fences, rubbing puppies, kissing babies, and all that. And then immediately when he got to Harcourt, he knew she was bugged, pulled it off, and I didn't like that she wanted to play so hard court in that moment that she couldn't tell the man that she really kind of liked him. I thought that was you could have done better than that. You could have really helped him out because one thing that men love when we're in low moments is to hear a good woman say that they got interest in us. That can pick up our whole mood, pick up our whole day, motivate us, and inspire us to do things that we could never do. And in the end, she had to choke him out
I don't
when
think
she could have
she Go
when
ahead.
she
I'm
could have
sorry.
prevented all that. B, she could have prevented all that by just saying yes, it meant something to me. He would have got up out of there and would have tried to communicate with her later. And but she didn't, so she had to fake like she was against him and choke him out and have a standoff with I forgot the lady's name that we learned is a cyborg herself, but B Avery. My God, that is one of the hottest cyborgs I've ever seen in my life.
Bordeaux.
Um, yes, Lord have mercy. Floor is yours, my brother. I ain't got nothing else to say.
I don't think she is like. I mean, I don't think she's that into him. I
I
think she.
do.
I think she was being honest. She may, and that she may change her mind. But I do like the fact that she saw he was about to be executed, and she went in to save the day. I like
Mhm.
that. Bordeaux is very, very attractive, and I like the confrontation between the both of them at the office following this as well. back up off me. You didn't stand down. You didn't listen to my order. I didn't have an order. What order? You need to back off my shit and all that stuff. I loved all that. That was fantastic. I do want to see a fight between them. We were just doing a
It's
recap
coming.
between on Alien between Kirsch and Morrow and Kirsch. Now I want to see
Mhm.
a fight between the females on this show, Harcourt
It's coming.
and Bordeaux and Harcourt. Who you got? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna lose?
Oh, no doubt Harcourt gonna win, but Bordeaux gonna give her everything she want.
Really? Okay.
Bordeaux gonna give her everything she wants. She's a cyborg. You see how they let her eyes zoom in and she could take precision shots. Harcourt gonna get over all that and gonna whip that woman's butt, but I'm gonna enjoy watching every moment of it.
Should Chris have fought Flag back when they was in the interrogation room? Because I mean,
The
he did kill
that,
his
that's a
son.
that's a great question, man. But we understand the reasons why he had to kill his son, and I
Yeah.
feel like he should have done a better job of explaining to the dad, which it probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. It wouldn't have mattered, but
Yeah. Still.
um, I think he should have fought back a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
why sit there and get pummeled when most likely you can probably beat his ass, which might be why he didn't fight back because he felt
But
like he could beat his butt.
but Flag ain't no spring chicken either. You know,
No, he's not.
that Flag
That's
is
what
a hitter. You know. So,
I get it, but Peacemaker's Peacemaker, man,
yeah.
and you've seen the stuff he can do in two different dimensions.
Yeah.
So I think he would have beat him up if he wanted to, but for whatever the reason, he's feeling some kind of form of guiltiness in his conscience, which he shouldn't be considering the events of last season. And Rick Flag knows that the son had the hots for Harcourt. And in this episode, we seen that I think Rick Flag kind of was senior was trying to be sweet on Harcourt because of that. But we also seen little Cyborg give him a little look like, do I really need to call you General or can I call you Rick? And he said, call me Rick.
Call
And so I
me Rick.
I think he wants a little bit of that Japanese love, my brother, where the men in Japan now, they having sex with this cyborg and synthetic people. And I think that's what Rick Flag wants now.
I did not know that. That's
Yeah.
that's
So
interesting.
they got these AI dolls now that are like very realistic. And a lot of people in Asia are buying those dolls and saying, forget women. I can do whatever I want to do with these AI dolls that answer only to me and do what I say do.
That's crazy as hell, right there. That's crazy as
It
hell.
is.
Well, there's an old saying that says, F around, find out.
Mhm.
Don't start none, won't be none. And Mr. Saint Wild did not get that message. He called on the Eagles, and the Eagles came.
Yeah.
He thought that the Eagles were just solo creatures, but no, they run in packs. We got the Eagle gang over here. What's his name? Eagle said, "Hooty hoo!" Called all his Eagles, man. They came and got in his ass, man. And I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that.
They was throwing up their sets and everything. I mean, he powered up like, yeah.
Be Avery. Do you? This is like the second anniversary, maybe the 1 year anniversary of when they tried to attack the black dude by the boats, and the homeboy threw up his hat, and all the black folk were jumping off that boat, swimming in the water to go help him. That's what Ely did in
Exactly.
this scene right here.
Exactly. What
It
is that?
was funny to me, man.
What you think? What you think, man? What you think?
I loved it. I felt bad for whatever eagle he shot,
Yeah.
and then they actually revealed to us that Eagly really is that special master eagle with these superpowers. Yeah, and Eagly was calling in every species of eagle: the bald eagle, the brown eagle,
Mhm.
that other species of eagle, and they all came in there and was getting them a piece of Native American. He even stabbed one of them. That ain't stopped them from slicing them up. Now, BAV, do you think he's dead? That's the question.
No, I don't think they're gonna kill him.
No, he's not dead.
He's
No,
not dead. I think
he's not
I think
dead.
he's not alive. I think he's still alive. But yeah, man, Eagly, he did his thing, man. Also again, shout out to Economos. He went ahead and booked Chris in the system so there can be a record of him, and they just
Yep.
can't, disappear him or whatever. But Chris said, F it, man. I don't want to be here no more. I want to go to the best, reality or dimension in the world. and be with my Harcourt because this one doesn't want me, and be with my daddy and my brother. And I can't blame them. And be superheroes as a family. And Judo Master follows.
Oh,
Judo Master follows.
oh Lord.
Um, excuse me, Vigilante crying and stuff. We don't know what's gonna happen, man. Is Chris gonna come back? How they gonna get Chris? What's up?
B, I done told you how they're gonna get Chris. There's only one way they're gonna get Chris. The only way you're gonna get Chris is if this dimension's Harcourt said that she wants to date him. That's the only way he's coming back. He really went to this dimension, in all honesty, due to panty draws. He wants
And
to
it,
be with that dimension's Harcourt. If you take that away, it wouldn't have mattered about his daddy. It wouldn't have mattered about all the other stuff going on in that dimension. The main foundation for him and everything else is icing on the cake is that dimension's Harcourt wants to jump his bones every single night, and he went there for that. And it's amazing to me that they had to fight the kaiju, the same thing Superman had to fight in the movie. They had to fight and they was able to take it down, and the minute they beat it, he goes to that dimension's Harcourt and she's ready to kiss him, and then they end the scene right there on that. And Eagly's there now. Eagly's there to help with the cause. So he's got everything he loves in this one dimension. Who can blame him for that? Who can blame him?
I agree. Lamont, are we gonna be here for season 3?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be here. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It might even be a season 4, honestly, because they could bring in some other superheroes into the fold that they want to introduce, and I could easily see this going to a season 4 because it's been getting a lot of fanfare.
Same here. Same here. I agree, man, and I enjoyed it as well. Episode 5 was my favorite. The way it ended. They are not releasing the final 3 episodes to the press at all. James Gunn says that it is just bonkers crazy, and he wants everybody to be surprised. And I can't wait. So, me and Lamont, we're going to cover it. We may do it the same way we're doing it right now, where it's pre-recorded. We also may do it live. We're just going to have to make a decision. Also, just depends on schedules and how we feel, but I'm enjoying myself, guys. I am enjoying myself. So thank y'all again for tuning in to our Peacemaker season 2, episodes 4 and 5. Need I say door and back to the suture recaps and review. We really do appreciate it. And again, we'll be back for episode 6. If you're watching this on my channel, please subscribe to Lamont's channel. And if you're watching this on Lamont's channel, please subscribe to my channel. We both would really appreciate it. But guys, again, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time. All right, it didn't want to stop. One sec.